Teresa Sorrentino has been retired for years, but her day still begins the same way it always has, in church. And every day after Mass, she gets to work. The former bank manager now manages the gift shop at St. Bernard of Clairvaux Church in Bergen Beach.
When I retired from work, I worked 36 years in the bank. So when I left, it's very hard to go from one extreme to another.
So 14 years ago, the pastor at the time asked her to run the shop, something to keep her busy, keeping her connected to the community and her faith, which Teresa says has always been so important to her.
It means a lot. Gets you through a lot of things. Health-wise, family, everything.
And her faith guides her when she stocks these shelves, arranging and rearranging the items for sale. From rosary beads to bracelets to little statues, everything here has been carefully curated by Teresa. She searches for them, buys them, sometimes with her own money, and puts them on display.
I look around to buy different things. Sometimes it's not religious, maybe it's just a little thing that they might be looking for. Maybe Mother's Day, maybe a birthday, an anniversary. So I put different things in there.
And her customers love it.
Oh, look.
For Teresa, this shop, tucked in the corner of the church, has become her sanctuary, a peaceful place that gives her purpose and a retirement spent in service.
And you know, you meet a lot of people that maybe just come into church and they're happy to meet you and they feel that they're welcome. And they tell me that, so it makes you feel good.
Hey Teresa, good morning.
Father, how are you?
Good, and you?
The pastor, Father John Midori, says he's counting his blessings to have a parishioner like Teresa. Not only does she keep the gift shop afloat, she's also a Eucharistic minister, counts the Sunday collection, and is a member of the Rosary Altar Society.
Very dedicated, very humble, quiet, dignified, but a very strong and powerful faith. She's just always there for anything you need her for. She's really an extraordinary woman.
And as long as she's needed here,
Okay, come again, girls.
Teresa says she'll stay.
As long as God keeps me going, I'll do it. Yeah.
And now you know Teresa Sorrentino from St. Bernard's and how she makes up the pulse of the parish. Joining us now with more about the parish of St. Bernard of Clairvaux is the pastor, Father John Midori. Father Midori, thanks for being here.
Good to be here.
So I know you haven't been at the parish that long. I think you said around 9 months, but it seems like you have a lot of parishioners like Teresa.
Yeah, it's a wonderful community. Incredibly involved in the parish, in the wider community. It's a real community-oriented place. As I mentioned to you previously, that people oftentimes call it Mayberry, because between Mill Basin and Bergen Beach, it really has a small town feel to it. The community is very strong. They support each other. They really care about each other. And you see that. You see that with the parishioners in particular. They all know each other.
I love it.
And there are a lot of different events sponsored by the parish, Knights of Columbus, that people come from all over Bergen Beach and Mill Basin for throughout the year to just celebrate their time together.
I love that. You also have a big young community, thanks in part maybe to the Catholic Academy that you have there. It's thriving. How do you keep the young people involved in the church, especially when maybe their parents don't go to Mass?
Yeah. Well, I'm revamping the entire youth ministry now. We have one at St. Bernard. We also have one at Mary Queen of Heaven, which I'll be becoming pastor of in July. But like anything else with evangelization, whether it's youth or older people, you have to go out and reach the people. Just saying we're going to have an event, they don't come, or very few come. What we have is good, but like anything else, it could always be better. So I did hire a full-time youth minister, one of the focus missionaries from Queens College. And they're trained in theology. They're also trained in reaching out into the community. So she'll be teaching our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders religion, focusing on that. She'll be running our Life Team ministry and then our Edge ministry, which is the middle school ministry of Life Team in the fall. So we'll have youth ministry going from 6th grade right up through high school. And then she'll be going out to the local Catholic high schools to meet the teenagers from the parish there and from Mary Queen of Heaven, as well as St. Bernard, to build rapport with them and invite them into the parish community. That personal invitation is so important.
Yeah.
And she's also doing young adult ministry. We have a college young adult ministry going on too. So, and the two we have now working, Helene and Sister Mary Jane, they'll stay on. They have their own groups and their own service projects. So we're going to try to bring it all together. Sixth grade is right through 30, reaching out to them and seeing, hopefully, we can reach them. And oftentimes you get the young people on fire for the faith, the families come back, the parents.
I love it. Great ideas. All right, this is a fairly new church, one of the newest in the diocese. I believe it was built in 1989, but the parish itself actually started in 1961, and I know the parishioners were called the tent people. Tell me about that.
I never heard that until I went there, and some people introduced themselves as the tent people, and I was like, what's that? And then they explained that the first church was literally a tent. And there's a plaque on the outside of the present church, the real church, if you will, that has dedicated to the tent people. And these are the ones who were the first people who really came to build up the faith community of St. Bernard of Clairvaux. So there for quite a few years.
Yeah.
And then they went into the school auditorium as their church. And then finally in '89, the pastor then and the people decided they really needed an actual church structure.
And the actual church almost looks like a tent, right, with the ceiling?
The ceiling resembles the roof or the ceiling of a tent, yeah. And even the windows, they have like, they symbolize water and wind, because our closest to the water and the canals there. So yeah, it blends in perfectly with Bergen Beach and Mill Basin.
Absolutely, really beautiful church. Father John Midori, pastor of St. Bernard of Clairvaux, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.